Hey ladies, hey nice girls, nice girl Jen here, and it is our Nice Girls Girl Talk Tuesday, and I'm coming at you a little bit early today, and I want to talk about, and what we're going to discuss today are why are women expos, conferences, events always about motivation and little to nothing to do with actual business and how to build one. Hey Laura, how are you? So if you are joining and you are new, make sure you say hi Jen in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Like, love, hate, or share this video. For those of you who are new, I am Jennifer Del Torre. I'm creator founder of Nice Girls Finish Last, where I help new women entrepreneurs take their side hustle and turn it into a six-figure business. So let's get right into it. And let me know too in the comments if you have ever gone to a all-women's expo conference of any type related to business and entrepreneurship. Let me know. Hey. All right. So you go to these events. If you haven't, then you would think this is what you're going to get. But you go with these high expectations of learning maybe some secrets to being able to build your business, taking it to the next level. You know, what steps are you missing that you just haven't figured out yet? And maybe you're having challenges in a certain area and you're like, why can't I get past this? There's gotta be a way to do this. And so when you come across these events, and it's for women only, so you kind of get a little bit comfortable and like, oh cool, I'm not going to be in a room full of, you know, women and men, and they might try to hit on you, or you feel intimidated, or whatever the case may be, but it's just all women here. So let's go and learn. And you go with this high expectations of what you're going to learn and the possibilities, but you end up leaving with nothing more than maybe met a few cool chicks there and got pumped up and got your motivation dose for the day or for the week. And that's basically it. And I'm not saying that every single women's business event is like this, but it's safe to say about 99% are. Why? Why is it always focused? And you know, there's new women entrepreneurs popping up everywhere, right? Almost everybody that you know that's a woman has at one point or another tried to start up a business and get some money on the side or build this new lifestyle for themselves. So they're all looking for that answer, and yet the only thing they keep receiving is inspiring stories. So let's get into it. And I wanted to actually first, before getting into that, I wanted to talk about reasons why the businesses fail, why people's businesses fail. Now, I actually got this off an online business article. There was 50, they had a list of 50 different reasons why a small business would fail. But I'm just going to talk about three that I feel are important, and we're not going to sit here all day and go through all 50 of them, right? Okay, so one of them is a lack of planning, short and long term. That means they don't even plan for the next few months. They are not planning out their business for the next few years. Let's be honest, they're not even planning it for the next couple weeks. And so it's all about, what are you going to do? The right plan also includes specific to-do items, like what are you going to actually do? And if you're in Club 100, or if you've heard me talk about it, we just recently did a training on how to kind of conquer your time management in order to be able to be successful, what you should be doing, and so on. And so planning, and it's not just, hey, I'm just going to set up a plan. Okay, but how are you going to execute that plan? So that's one reason why businesses will fail. And again, not just for tomorrow, or not just for next week, but for like the next few months and years. You got to know where you're headed. Okay, another reason, let's see, no differentiation. I knew I was going to mess up that word, and so I kind of jinxed myself. But it's okay, and it's not enough, I should say, to have a great product. You have to make sure your audience knows why it's so great. What is it about it that's going to separate you from your competition or from everyone else out there selling a similar product? It's not enough for you to say, it's wonderful, it works, it's amazing, it's changed my life. How is it different from what everybody else is selling? So not being able to have your product, your service stand out. And I've talked about different ways you can do that on a live, but it's very important. That is one of the 50, and I'm sure there's more reasons why a business fails, and yet so many don't want to take the time to do it. And that's why, by the way, I do what I do, because I help you figure that out. I help tell you why it's different. You tell me what your product is, we will evaluate it, and I will give you why your business is different from the rest of it, and you'll run on that with your marketing, and then you'll start to attract those people. Another reason, and my third reason that I picked out of the list, is knowing who your customers are. So if you've been following me or Nice Girls for a while, then you've heard me say this before. You have to know exactly who your customers are, a clear definition of who they are. Where do you find these people? Is the market big or small? Where do they hang out? How can you reach them? So that's a third reason why I took off the list as well. So knowing all of this, and why, knowing all of this, why aren't these women conferences, expos, all of that, why are they always resorting to the motivation? Why do they always go out to inspire you with a story and not tell you any type of, here's what you should do next? And, oh, you need help here? Here's what you should do. Now, I will say this, about 2 years ago, I was invited to come on an expert panel for a local Chicago event for women entrepreneurs. They wanted some experts on there in different areas of business and to talk to the audience of that day. Now, lovely ladies and all, they shared what it is that they did. None of them, except for me, told them actual how-tos, whether it was talking about social media or marketing in general. I think I even threw in some personal how-tos if you're kind of struggling at the moment, because when you first start to build a business, that can happen. And that's part of the planning. What if something doesn't work out? What are you going to do now? So until people started asking questions, then they might have answered, oh, for that particular question, here's what I did. But they were not delivering that information to this group of ladies. The only one that was me. And so I got most of the questions from that audience, because here was somebody actually giving them answers. And you guys already know, or if you don't know, I'm not going to just be like, hey, you're awesome, go take charge and make it happen. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. Okay. All right. So why are they resorting to the motivation? Why is it all that they want to talk about? Well, surprise. I don't know. I don't know. And if you guys have a comment on why you think they do it, let me know. But I will say this. Here are my 3 assumptions as to why they do this. And I actually messaged out and haven't heard back yet. Some of these conferences that are bigger, I'm not talking about a little local one with like 20 to 50 people there. No. I'm talking about these big, legit conferences that they host for women entrepreneurs. I want to know, why is it that it's always focused on that? Are there rules that you tell them that they can or cannot say? So here are my 3 assumptions as to why they always resort back to motivation and not any business how-tos. Number 1, no one wants to give advice to someone on here's what you should do, have that person go and do it, mess it up, because they don't know the whole story. They really don't know how you came to do it. And then they fail at it. Everything goes completely wrong, and they hold that person accountable. Now, I don't think that's likely, or maybe even coming across in their head, but it could. So that's maybe one assumption why. They don't want to be reliable for somebody. Well, you told me to do this, and then they went and did it. And of course, they really didn't have no one holding their hand on how to do it step by step. And then they post the blame. Because we live in a society where everybody's tossing the blame wherever they can, and there's no accountability, right? Hey, Kalela, how's it going? Okay, what else? My second assumption to this is that they think, let's just inspire and empower women from within, and then they themselves will be inspired to get up and take action and make things happen if they can at least believe they can, because maybe they've gone through some difficult challenges in their life. Maybe they don't have a good support system. Maybe they feel still intimidated that it's a man's world running things and they're not sure where they fit in here, or they're just new to business in general and they, I don't know what to do. But if they can just inspire you, your why will get you to go and make things happen. I'll talk about that one. And I think that's really the main reason why they do it. And then my third assumption, which is the one I think is the least probably one that is true, is that they don't really know how they got to that point. Meaning, they've been successful now for many years and they know what it is that they're doing now. If you asked them a specific question, they could say, oh, well, I handled it like this, or here's what you should or should not do. But so much stuff has happened in their life and to getting to that successful point that they kind of don't, I don't know, they've done so many things they could briefly tell you, but there's no blueprint. They never actually sat down and really evaluated how they got to be. You know, you probably heard people before say that they write in journals and that it's supposed to be a successful tactic to use for your business. I mean, everything that happened that day, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and then kind of trace back and you start to see a pattern of the things that have been successful for you and the things that have been a fail for you, right? Now, again, I think this third assumption I've made is probably not the one that's the case, because I don't think that's the intention. Oh, I don't remember, so I'm just going to motivate these ladies. No, I think it's number two. But either way, those are my three assumptions. So if you guys think that, you know, have a reason why you think, or maybe you've ever worked with someone who actually hosts and puts together these large conferences that they have in major cities and you know, big name people are there and they're still talking about motivation. They want to inspire you from within. Now, I'm all about motivation, okay? Motivation does pump you up. It does make you feel you are stronger than you thought previously. It does make you feel like you can conquer things that you didn't think you could conquer before because you've got that will. But the problem is it's often short-lived. Motivation is often short-lived. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Zig Ziglar, but he had a quote that goes, and I hope I don't misquote it, but it's something like, motivation is like bathing or showering. You need it every day. And that's why, because motivation is short-lived. Right now, you could get off this video or go find another one of mine and be like, man, Jen, I knew that. That's it. And then you're pumped up for a few hours, and then one bump comes in the road and you're like, I don't know, I'm done. Who cares? Throw in the towel. It's short-lived. And so because it's short-lived, here's basically my point, okay? You need to actually know what it is and what it takes to build a business. What kind of steps do you need? And what kind of things should you be doing on a day-to-day basis in order to start to see success in your business? We need to stop relying on it. Everywhere I look, okay, and I am down for empowering women. And in fact, Nice Girls finished last, and when it first started, didn't start off as teaching business. It was for business women, but it was more about empowering. It was more about kind of like those conferences that I'm telling you about. Our whole theme was becoming fearless. And I still believe in that today, because I'm going to tell you something. I'm not the same woman that I was years ago, where some things I would have been like, oh, I don't know what to do, scary, hide. Now I'm like, you know what? Let's handle this. So I am a strong believer in becoming fearless and taking charge and empowering and inspiring. But everywhere that I look, that's all that the women groups are doing. And it's all good in the hood, but it is short-lived, and you need to stop relying on that. If you're looking to grow your business, you need to know what it takes to grow it. You need to know how to plan. You need to know how to market. You need to know how to get people to take action. You need to know how to plan financially, how to figure out what your exact target is, how to lead and manage a staff or a team in order to get the most productivity out of them and to get results. And that is the key point here, to get results. Motivation does not get you results. It does not. It gets you off your couch or out of your bed or out the door and gets you to take action, but it does not give you results. Yes, Kalila, you said that. It's right. It's all about results. I know that's right. That is the key point. That is the key point. Stop, ladies. This is my PSA, okay? And I have many. Go watch past videos. I have many PSAs to you ladies. Who's listening? Stop relying on motivation. You don't need, okay? Here's what you don't need. You don't need to find another motivational event to spend your money at, which, by the way, go and check back a previous video I did. It's just a big pitch fest at the end of the day. Like, have you guys, I'm gonna just bash it one more time. Have you guys seen ads lately for that Ascend event, Ascend? It's got the Marcus guy from the show The Prophet. It's got that, what was that guy's name? Dean something, that it's all over the place now with Tony Robbins. And now, I guess the reason why it irks me, those things I don't really care, but the reason why it irks me now is because there's a woman that's gonna be speaking there that a lot of you love. Rachel Hollis. You guys like, oh, Rachel Hollis. I really didn't know much about her. I didn't even read her books, but I did read like one chapter and I'm like, oh, this is exactly how I think and whatever. So I didn't read it because that's already how I thought. I didn't need a book to remind me of how I think. I just think like that. So I agree with a lot that she said, but just seeing that she's on the headline, I'm like, oh gosh, why are you going into that world? It's a pitch fest. You're not going to learn magic answers. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to learn the wealth secrets and the secrets to success. Your business isn't going to go from failure to skyrocket after going to this event. It is going to be a few inspirational stories, some pumped up music, and a pitch fest that they know you're not going to do anything with. Whatever it is you buy, it is just a chance for them to hype you up and make their money. Okay, end of story. I just said that. And I never front out anybody. I even did a one talking about someone who was literally using religion to get people in, and that was so disturbing. I had to talk about it. But anyways, moving on. So you don't need to go to those. You don't need more motivational quotes. You don't even need to look for the next book to read, but by all means, please read books. Please keep reading. It's good for you. You don't. What you need to do is figure out what to do in your business. And I'm not trying to say stop motivating and getting motivation. No, I like it too, okay? Who doesn't? Even if it's just a song you put on. But what I'm saying is, ladies, stop relying on that, thinking that's going to build your business, because it's not. Marketing will build your business. Getting a team to take action will build your business. Sales will grow your business. Motivation will not. So if you need help in this matter, then you can inbox me if you want to talk further on how you can actually figure out what it is to do. Inbox me or go to nicegirlsfinishlast.com and we could talk further. But that is my PSA. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment, say hi, share this. And I appreciate you ladies getting on, or if you're watching the replay, thanks for watching. Bye.